Stare downs are one of the most interesting parts of the build-up to an MMA fight. Whether they're at a weigh-in, a press conference, or inside the cage, stare downs are extremely effective at getting fight fans hyped up. They can be extremely intense or outright hilarious, but there's no denying that stare downs are completely unpredictable. I'm Joe MMA 195, and today we'll be looking at 10 crazy and unexpected moments during MMA stare downs. Number 10. The Jason Barret vs Alex Reid weigh-in face-off. During the weigh-in for UC MMA 22, Jason Barret and Alex Reid faced off for an intense stare-down. It was very clear that these two men disliked one another as they began talking trash while face-to-face. During this heated confrontation, Reid strangely decided to kiss Barret, causing Barret to explode in anger as he attempted to attack Reid while being held back by security. Number 9. Pretty much all of Sean O'Connell's weigh-in stare-downs. Sean O'Connell is without a doubt one of the goofiest fighters in MMA and is notorious for coming up with new ridiculous things to do at every single one of his weigh-ins. Number 8. The Ronda Rousey vs Holm weigh-in face-off. Throughout the build-up to Rousey's fight against Holm, there seemed to be a lot of mutual respect between the two fighters. However, when it came time for them to face off at the weigh-in, the two got into a scuffle as Rousey attempted to shove Holm's arm out of the way. Holm responded by placing her fist against Rousey's face, which clearly upset Rousey as she tried to attack Holm while being pulled away by Dana White.
134 for the champion!
Number 6. The Anderson Silva vs Luis Azaretto face-off. Now this one goes way back to the year 2000, when Anderson Silva would be competing in only his third MMA fight against a fighter named Luis Azaretto. As the two fighters came face to face in the ring, Silva strangely decided to kiss Azaretto, but luckily Azaretto didn't have much of a reaction. Azaretto would go on to win this fight by decision, handing Silva his first. Number 4. The Heath Herring vs Yoshihiro Nakao face-off. At K1 Premium 2005, Heath Herring was set to fight Yoshihiro Nakao. When the two would come face to face in the ring, for some odd reason, Nakao would decide to kiss Herring, to which Herring would respond by punching Nakao in the face, knocking him out cold before the fight had even begun.
今相手を指さしていますが、まだゴングが鳴る前でしたけれども。
I didn't touch him. I stood there and he tried to kiss me on the lip. I'm not gay. I'm not gay.
The fight was later declared a no contest as both fighters were considered to be at fault for this incident. Number 3. The infamous John Jones vs Daniel Cormier face-off. Jones and Cormier had one of the most heated rivalries in the history of MMA, and it all started during a media event where the two would have their first stare-down. When they came face to face, Jones decided to aggressively place his forehead against Cormier's, to which Cormier responded by shoving Jones. A brawl then ensued as Jones shoved UFC executive Dave Schuler to the ground while trying to attack Cormier. The brawl was quickly broken up, but as the fighters were being pulled away by security, Cormier attempted to get one last shot at Jones as he pulled off his own shoe and threw it across the room. However, the shoe ended up missing Jones and hitting one of the media people in the crowd. Number 2. The Anderson Silva vs Chris Weidman weigh-in face-off. During the weigh-in for Silva's fight with Weidman at UFC 162, the two fighters would come face to face for an intense stare-down. However, Silva would get a bit too close to Weidman, causing their lips to be pressed against each other and making the stare-down extremely awkward.
Two questions. First of all, what is it like to kiss Anderson Silva? He has nice lips, nice lips.
As awkward as this stare-down was, the two were able to laugh it off and even joked about it during the lead-up to their rematch at UFC 168. Number 1. The Jon Jones vs Anthony Johnson press conference face-off. After defeating Daniel Cormier at UFC 182, Jones was set to have his next title defense at UFC 187 against top contender Anthony "Rumble" Johnson. During the first press conference for this event, Jones and Johnson would come face to face for their very first stare-down, where they seemingly almost got into a brawl. However, as Dana White separated the two fighters, they both began to laugh as they revealed that this was all a prank that they had planned backstage.